Monday, everybody. Welcome back to the Everyday Growth Advisors live stream. Hope you guys are having a great morning. Welcome in. Another week of mayhem here, and we are about to break it down real quick. Should be a pretty short stream, not much to cover. I kind of expect some sideways action here on the markets for a little bit from the way the market's moving right now. It seems to me like we might get a little bit of a accumulation in this kind of top over here, and then after which we'll see the ultimately we'll see the pullback to the 150 moving average. I don't know if it's going to pull back right away, but we definitely need a pullback of some kind to continue to the upside here. Things are getting pretty overextended. We have another week of earnings. Fed Powell is going to speak today. Again, I guess to reiterate his interest rate decisions. And we also have other news on the table today. Manufacturing PMI numbers. ISM manufacturing PMI numbers at 10 a.m. So make sure you don't trade before 10 a.m. Let the news come out first. Don't trade the first 30 minutes. Don't get into anything. Market sentiment could change very quickly. Estee Lauder posting a EPS beat, a revenue loss. Lowe's revenues in line and EPS beat very, very barely. Win after the bell, realty income after the bell. This week's going to once again be a pretty jam-packed week. In terms of the news, the virus cases in India continue to surge. I think today's the 7th day or 8th day that they had above 300,000 cases, which is actually pretty crazy. I think it was even 400,000 at some point in time, which, just reminds us that, don't take things complacently. The government didn't really take things seriously, and now they're going to have to pay for it, both politically and in capital-wise. So it's going to cause a lot of frictional unemployment. It's going to cause, once again, lots of recovery for India, who's going through a pretty tough spot right now. We had a recent surge of cases in Singapore as well. That was causing a little bit of jitters. But I think at this point the government's kind of holding down on where it was, and the outbreak was in a hospital, so it was pretty well contained. So yeah, it was. I think it's pretty well contained so far. Bloomberg not reporting much. Wall Street Journal, let's have a look. Fidelity halves its earnings grew violation and stock futures rise ahead of manufacturing data. Private effort to aid launch of Fed's digital dollar accelerates work. This would be interesting. Powell did signal something about a digital currency by the Fed during his FOMC meeting, and if that happens quickly, we may see digital assets go through a bust cycle, because if the Fed gets involved, then everybody's not really gonna, if the Fed does get involved, they're gonna create a system that's much more foolproof than that, right? Record lumber prices lift sawmills. Okay, trading frenzy boosts Robinhood biggest business. In fact, even Apex Clearing posted one of their biggest profits this past quarter, which is the clearinghouse for Robinhood, I believe. Pre-market movers here. We're seeing Microsoft. Wait a second. Apple. Wait, this can be right. No. Oh, I know. That's 1 week performance. There we go. Daily performance here. Everything's looking mostly green, but then I think we can turn red very quickly. Just let me show you guys what I mean. On the 1 hour chart here, yeah, SPY's looking bullish here. Nasdaq's kind of rejecting the moving averages. We'll see if we can continue downside, or are we going to pop up to the upside. That's the main thing for me today. Dow Jones kind of just moving sideways, has been moving sideways for a heck of a long time. So if anything, this is going to be a choppy day, choppy trading session. I don't think we should take any plays unless we have very solid plays. There are a couple of tickers that I'm looking at this week. I've posted them on the webinar. Please go watch the webinar. It's super important. The webinar will give you a breakdown of what I'm looking at this week. This is the webinar, Pullback or Moon, 3 stocks to watch. I did more than 3 in the breakdown, but you get the point. You should definitely look at it. In terms of technical analysis for SPX here, I just want to kind of bring some stuff to your attention. If you look at SPY here on a 4-hour trend, we are on the top trend line, possibly looking for a pullback down, to the middle of this channel here. If we do get that middle channel, we're looking for a flush down to almost the 395s or the 400s. That would be the key level of support for S&P 500. But the first level of support is going to be the 410. And so if we can get the 410 break, then we'll get further extension to the downside. I'm not saying that this is going to happen anytime soon or we'll have like a flash crash or whatever. It all kind of depends on what news comes out, what happens, right? That's the main thing over here. The NASDAQ, on the other hand, on the QQQ is looking very top curvy. You can see it has a very rounded pattern. Almost looks like it wants to fall. The fall on the NASDAQ would see it come back to this trend line at the 200 EMA at around 332. So we're looking at about a $6 drop on the Qs, more than likely. Either 334 or 332. These will be the 2 levels to watch. Of course, we have to first break through this level here, which is the 335, in order to get there. So your technical breakdown there and the key pivot points for today are to stay above these levels. If we want to remain bullish, we have to stay above 335 on QQQ. And if we want to stay bullish on SPY, we have to stay above 416. And if we do break below 416, we have to stay above 411. So those are the 2 main pivot points today on your indices. Yeah. S&P 500 dividend, just highlighting it once again at 1.45%. We should get the new dividend numbers for April very soon. I think maybe within the next 1 to 2 days. And I'll keep you guys posted. I want to keep watching this because it's important. If we see another month of decline, it might end up being a pretty bad signal. And it'll be a good signal to kind of get out of equities altogether for the time being. Just for a short while. Until the market corrects and then we can pick them up again. As far as insider trading goes, I think not much traders sold on Friday. Only Comcast, chairman of the board, sold 2% of his shares to the tune of about 39 million. And Waterman Robert, whatever this guy, HCA Healthcare, not many notable insider selling shares just yet. Treasury rates are stabilized at around 1.65. Expect this to creep up in the coming weeks as we continue to get inflation priced in. This is something that we have to keep watch of. Pre-market movers on the S&P 500, mainly not much except for Cody up 1%, Carnival CCL up 1% and 1.71%. Also, a sector that I'm watching this week is going to be travel. So NCLH, your CCL, your airlines. I'm also looking at a play for jets. I'm looking for a possible play for jets, but I want to wait till I get a confirmed either consolidation in a breakout or a breakout and consolidation above this 2640 level to play to the upside here. That's what I'm looking at with jets in terms of supply and demand. Yeah. Tesla down about 0.76%. Moderna up about 3%. And yeah. Cool. Okay. That's all that I have for the pre-market breakdown. Yep. Okay. Other tickers that I'm watching for this week. Tesla is one of them. Keep Tesla on your radar for a possible scalp or day trade opportunity. Looks like it might want to try and go up here to reject this level up here, the 710s or so, I would say. 715. That's the level to watch on Tesla. Might be a dual zone. Got rejected here a couple of times. Remember, it's not enough for us to break above this level because there's a descending trend line right here. We need a very clean break with the momentum above this zone at 720 to consider Tesla bullish here. Other than that, anything within the rejection of the 720 would leave Tesla bearish and room to consolidate downward into the 690s or so. Okay. Other tickers that I'm watching are Amazon for today. Bearish possible plays here. Key level of support here at 3435 and then 3460. These are key levels that I'll be watching. Below these levels, I will look for level 2 data, big prints coming in for shorts, possibly on Amazon today. That will be what I'll be looking at, and then form a trade plan accordingly. I have the risk-reward ratio favoring the downside here instead of the upside. So I might take a bearish plan on Amazon if the storm is perfect. Facebook with a similar setup with a kind of a demand zone right below at the 321 to 323. If we can get below the supply zone and consolidate below, or I see lots of heavy selling pressure here, supply coming in, then I might play this gap fill all the way down to 306 or so. Don't think that will happen in one day though. Apple also looking significantly bearish, but actually recovering pre-market here. We'll have to see if we can get bought up here. I think we may open green before flushing down red. That's a high possibility today. Be careful of bull traps and flushes. It's more than likely to happen in this very shaky market. I am sitting 30% cash, ready to buy any dips. Okay, that's what I'm planning to do. Okay, Boeing, also another one that I was looking at as a significant play. Might look at this. There's a head and shoulders forming here. This is your two shoulders, your head. This is going to be your shoulder line right here. A break below this level would be nasty. So we want Boeing to hold above this and start to move higher, and hope that it kind of clears this this resistance here at the 237 level today. That would be nice. China still not recovering yet fully. We'll see where that leads us this week. KWEB has been having some tough time, but I think that as we continue to go further down, I'm more comfortable buying Chinese stock and Chinese options. Those are actually primarily the better investments right now, in my opinion. Yes. Okay. What else? Teladoc, big position bought by Kathy last week. Looks like a nice little support here, demand zone kind of sitting on. It has got bought up before in this zone multiple times, twice before. Looks like a good spot to pick up some as a starter position. On the daily chart, looks very oversold, and on the monthly chart, it has not come back to the 50 EMA yet, but it's looking interesting. On the weekly chart, yeah, it's sitting on the right below the 50 EMA, so we'll have to see how this one performs in the next few days. But I'm not that inclined to rush into this one just yet. And yeah, okay, cool. Good morning. What's up, Kyle? What's up, Toby, Mark, Aaron, Harshita? What's up? What's up? What's up? Good morning. How are you guys doing? Okay, so let's go over Tencent, which is the company ticker of the week this week. Let's do the technicals first, and then we can go on to the fundamentals a little later. It's fundamentals on Wednesday, technically, but I'll just go through some of the background of the business and what you need to know about it. So the stock has been trading on a somewhat uptrend here, but has been having issues with the recovering back to the all-time high. Majority of its recovery issues are related to the government of China, and just investors getting spooked by the fact that Chinese companies may be clapped down on the likes of corruption and whatnot. Anyway, Tencent got fined like $70-something thousand, I think. which is actually like, I think, nothing in terms of renminbi. I think that was the number, 70 something thousand, or was it 700,000? I'm not exactly sure how many thousand it was. But for the Chinese companies, it was like a slap on the wrist, which was nice. I am invested pretty heavily in Chinese tech right now because I believe that that recovery in that market would be nice eventually. So I'll be looking at getting some more in the near future. Tencent, with this ascending a pennant and then a breakout, but then the breakout hasn't been very violent. We have an interim short-term supply zone at the $86 level, $87 level. And right above that is the 90s, which is where the supply zones are pretty much at this point. So we want a nice break above the 84 to 86 level with volume to really take advantage of the situation further. That's what I'm waiting for personally. They also report earnings in about 17 days. So keep that in mind. This is a relatively very good business to own, by the way. Not sure if you guys know. Market cap somewhere around 763 billion. Okay. And let's have a look at what they do. So Tencent is primarily a communications company, but then they own a whole bunch of things. They own cloud computing, software. They own a cloud-based infrastructure. They own games, and they have a lot of things in the pipeline. Okay, so they have smart healthcare, remote collaboration, online education, daily services, and all of this gets rolled into their ecosystem here. So if you have heard of WeChat, WeChat is like the super app in China where you can do everything. You can literally order an Uber, get a dog groomer to come to your house and clean your dog, order a massage, get groceries delivered to you, and chat to your friend over VoIP, all from WeChat. Like you don't need to go to any other app; it's all inbuilt in there. So actually, after Chinese companies started doing this, a lot of Asian companies started to roll everything into one. Grab is an example of that, which is going to IPO later in the US stock exchange. And so here is some of their key services. They have online games, #1 by users in China, PC and smartphone. Globally, #1 by revenue, which is insane. Okay. Then they have media consumption, which is their long-form video, news, music, Tencent Music. I'm sure you guys heard of it. Literature. So it's kind of like the Amazon style, right? Then they have fintech, mobile payments. #1 in China by monthly active users and daily active users. Then they have a public cloud, and Baba leads this space. So this is Tencent's #2. It's #2 in this space. Then they have mobile browser and mobile security. WeChat, which is the #1 smartphone app in China, and QQ, which is not to be confused with Triple Q. QQ is a instant messaging platform which has grown insane popularity and has monthly about 595 million users. Okay, so here's Weixin Pay, which is an app that rolls into many different things. They have mini games, mini programs, payment solution, video account, official account, whatever. All of these things all roll into one app. And then QQ, which is the app I was telling you about. They have a wallet, digital wallet. They have Mini World, which is content community. And then some other programs. They have sharing. They have information, which is their search engine, Kandian. And then embracing the industrial internet here, smart solutions. So then they have things to help retail, smart education, finance, transportation, healthcare. And then there are high DAU products, which are QQ, Weixin, mini programs, Pay, and then technology. They have security, autonomous driving, U2 AI Lab, Tencent AI Lab, Big Data Analytics, and Location-Based Services. Does this not look a lot like Google? Damn, it looks a lot like Google. Then they have the Tencent Cloud, which is 300 plus services on top of computing and storage, solid infrastructure, 27 regions, 60 available zones, or 1 million paying customers, which is amazing. And yeah, there's just a lot of things that they do, which is really great. Okay, so here's the business model. They have a fee-based revenue system, and then a traffic-based revenue, and then transaction-based revenue. So all three arms, they have different types of revenues. Fee-based are generally generated by their digital media, memberships, virtual item sales, smartphone games, PC games, console games. And then the traffic-based is social media, and transaction-based is their fintech services or business services. They own quite a fair bit of social networks, which is their Weixin and WeChat. So WeChat is used by everybody in China, by the way. Everybody. Like everybody. When I say everybody. And they are also one of the... I don't know if you guys know, but they actually develop a lot of games that you might play, or maybe not play, but you might have played. PUBG Mobile, developed by them. League of Legends, developed by them, right? And you might be playing a game that you don't even know is developed by Tencent. Okay, I'll show you what I mean in this breakdown right here. I'll show you. They have a whole bunch of their developed games and products. They a business cooperation or equity investment with 8 out of top 10 game companies, and they're expanding their global footprint. Developed 4 out of top 10 smartphone games by MAU, which is amazing. And they're the #1 smartphone game publisher and developer with 54% market share in China. You own 54% of anything, you're a king, right? And #1 PC games publisher with 60% market share in China. 140 game titles. So you can think like they're also like the Activision Blizzard of China, okay? Some sort, okay? Well, the thing is they develop their own games. Or they get a third party to develop it and then they license it. And then they also have social media, inbuilt media advertising. So it all rolls back, right? Fintech. And yeah, okay. So then we'll go through the rest of this on Wednesday with the financials. But let me show you something. So here's their service offerings. WeChat has 1.2 billion users per month as of Q4 2020. QQ has 595 million. 1.22 billion, guys. Okay, that's basically like almost. That's pretty much like almost. I would say what, 75%, or what is it? Is it less? What's the population of China? Let's see. 1.39. So we're talking about almost 80% of their, or 90% of their population is using WeChat, okay, in China. And we're talking monthly active users, okay, guys? Monthly active users, all right? It's insane. And then this is some of the things I wanted to show you guys. So privileged subscriptions, they have the QQ membership, SVP, QZone, MMOGs, mobile games, QQ wallet, Tencent Cloud. This is all their product offerings. Free items, okay. This is their online reading. QQ League of Legends, right? Assault Fire, some of these games I'm sure you've heard. NBA 2K Online, co-developed with Take-Two. FIFA Online 3, licensed. See what I mean? Call of Duty Online, they licensed it. FIFA 4, NBA 2K OL2, Rocket League, they've licensed it for China use. Fortnite, right? Player Unknown. Magic the Gathering, Robocraft, Ring of Elysium. What else? Let's see. What else do we know here? Lineage. Those are all great names. Maple Story is insanely famous in Asia. NBA Master. What else? FIFA Mobile. Okay. What else is there that's interesting here? Call of Duty Mobile, once again, in-house. Oh, they developed the mobile platform in-house. Interesting. So many things. So they own a bunch of things. Okay. And we'll go through the financials on Wednesday. Well, that's Tencent for you. What do you guys think? So here was the Q4. What do you guys think about this company, by the way? Give me some of your feedback. Q4 performance, they had year-over-year 26% growth in revenue, 133 billion RMB, and then net profit was 33 billion, which is beautiful, plus 30% year-over-year, and their total revenue for 2020 was 482 billion RMB, which is divided by 6, so about 80 billion USD for a company of its size. Not bad. Operating profit, and as I was saying, 1.2 billion users. Innovation, revenue mix. So majority of its revenues come from social networks, which is interesting, right? Margin ratios, let's see, and capex here. Okay. Free cash flows at 123 billion, so this is good. Total debt adjusted EBITDA ratio 1.36, very nice. Fair value of stakes, okay. Total capex at 5%, okay. Archegos might stink from big holders. I personally do not think that this business is a I don't think that they are like a scammable kind of a business. Like they are not out to get you. This business has been around for a long time. Tencent's not a new company. Not like how LK was, Luckin Coffee. This is a very old business that it has really innovated over time and has really taken its competitive mode to the next level. No other business has a competitive mode like Tencent in terms of social media. They're the #1 social media platform in China, FYI. It's almost like they're Facebook. They're like the Facebook of China. Okay. Does anybody have any feedback for me? If not, that's the end of the live stream today. Or does anybody want me to go through a ticker or something? Any specific tickers you want me to go through? I don't know. Just asking. I'll wait like 1 minute and see if you guys have anything for me. Apart from that, market seems very... I think, I'm telling you guys, I think it's going to be a chop day today. Like, move up, move down, slow, low volume. Just generally going to be a terrible day for... for trading swings or options. Is Tencent in any way optionable? No, I don't believe so. I think they're tradable only on share basis, and maybe they are optionable on the Hong Kong Stock Exchange, but not in the US Stock Exchange. That's for sure. VAC, Tencent, and Disca was big dumpers with Archegos. Are you sure Tencent was part of the mix? I don't think that it was a big dump from the Archegos scandal with Tencent. I think that was TME, VAC, there was IQ, Disca, yeah, was one of them. Tencent wasn't a huge one, right? It got dumped just a little bit. I think it was this right here, if I'm not wrong. Amazon 3,500. Is that a put or a call? Yeah, I guess you mean a call. For this week? Damn, son. I'm bearish on Amazon, as I have mentioned just, couple of moments ago. I think you have to be careful. If you can find support at the 3459 today, and you know it continues to climb up, then yeah, sure, I would say yeah. How much are those options, by the way? I wonder. Let's have a look. The weeklies for Amazon, how much are they? 3,500s. They're trading like $3,000. $3,200. Yeah, that's kind of a big risk. I wouldn't take on that kind of risk this week, guys. Just you know, keep it cool. All right. Well, nice having you guys here. Thank you for tuning in. Come back Wednesday for the fundamental valuation. I think it's going to be a little tougher for me to value this one. I think I'm going to have to use a different metric for this company specifically. I don't think I can use revenues. Yeah, I might have to use EBITDA here. We'll see. I'm going to have to look at it a little bit more. A little difficult to value Chinese businesses sometimes. But we shall do it. No problemo. I bid you guys a farewell. Thank you very much. And have a great trading day. Remember, do not go overboard. Stay calm. And be cool. Love you all. And I'll see you all Wednesday. Bye-bye.